Today I thought we were going to talk about the first season of The Walking Dead because I finished that last week, so I've been trying not to watch anything of season 2 because otherwise I would just talk about that instead, or I would just try to connect everything to season 2, which is not what we're supposed to do right here, right now. So let's just talk about the first season so that I can continue on and watch the second season. Yes. So the first season of The Walking Dead is basically about Rick, who gets shot and ends up in a coma and then wakes up and realizes that the zombie apocalypse has hit the world, and we then get to follow him around and watch him navigate this strange world of death and destruction, and it's just amazeballs. So one of my favorite things about this show is Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick. I think that he brings so much to the character, and I think that he brings a lot of leadership and fatherhood, and I just love watching him. And now I'm doing the thing that I'm not supposed to do, which is draw parallels between the first and the second season. But I have to say that his performance in the first few episodes of season 2, because I watched 5 or 6 episodes I think, is just magnificent. He's so good. I love him to bits and pieces. Ugh. Norman Reduce, I think you say his name like that, who plays Daryl, is also one of my favorites. I love Daryl, I don't know why. He's one of those characters that you from the beginning doesn't really like because of the fact that he's an asshole, but that's also kind of the reason why you really love watching him, because of the fact that he's an asshole and he is so different from everybody else in the group. I love him so much, and I also love him in the second season. Oh, stop that! You're not supposed to talk about the second season yet! I also really have to tip my hat off to the people who plays the zombies in the show. They all does amazing jobs. They look amazing. The practical effects of this show is just breathtaking. The zombies looks amazing, and I know for a fact that if they didn't look as good as they do, I would not continue watching this show, because the zombies are such a big part of the show. It's not really the main focus usually. It's usually the relationships and the drama and everything that's going on between the characters, but the zombies are still a big part of the show. But they look amazing, and the actors who plays them just does amazing, and I have to tip my hat off like multiple times to that, even though I'm not wearing a hat, but just pretend that I am. I love the zombies. The zombies are bae. I also really like the look and the feel of the show. Like everything just looks abandoned and everything just looks destroyed, and like chaos has just roamed the streets, and it just brings so much to the show. The fact that it looks real and it looks realistic, because of the fact that it's about a zombie apocalypse. It's not that realistic in the end. Another thing that I really enjoy about the show, which might be a little bit strange, is the intro. I love good TV show intros. Like this one and True Detective is probably my 2 favorite ones. Daredevil also has a good intro, and I think that if you haven't watched the show in a while, I think the intro can kind of put you in the mood and just put you in the spirit of the show, because it's so creepy and so eerie. Like the doorknob turning, and we have the grocery store or something like that. You have like blood on the floor and groceries everywhere, or maybe it's a pharmacy. I don't know, it looks like a store of some sort. I think that this intro is amazing. And I really enjoy the dynamic between the characters, the struggles that they have, and just the arguments that they have, because some of them are so small and they're so insignificant, but that's probably one of the things that makes this show so good, because of the fact that it's still human, and everything is not always going to be about the zombies or the apocalypse, but sometimes it's just small things. I really enjoy that. I don't know why. It just makes it human. It just makes it human. I thought of something else that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what. Now, if we're gonna talk about the bad things about the show, I don't really think that it has that many negative things about it. I have a few things that I'm kinda maybe nitpicking a little bit on, but I thought I would talk about that as well. One of the things are definitely that some of the characters are very plain. When you have people like Daryl, or Merle for that matter, is Daryl's brother, by the way, and you have people like Rick and also Lori and Shane, who are all very interesting characters. You have others that aren't that interesting because of the fact that you have so deep and well thought out characters. It's a little bit sad that some of the other characters aren't as interesting, and I just got a Snapchat. What I'm trying to say with all this is basically that some of the characters are plain, and that might be because of the fact that we have characters like Daryl and Merle that are so special and so interesting, or just assholes in this case, that the others that are more normal, I guess, might seem a little bit more plain, I guess. Another thing that really bummed me out is the fact that the first season only has 6 episodes, and that might be because the studio maybe didn't have that much faith in the show. I don't know. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that when a first season of a show doesn't have that many episodes, it's usually because the studio is a bit skeptical and they want to see how the people take it and if they like it or not. And I know that the second season has 12 or 13 episodes, so I'm happy about that. But the good thing about just having 6 episodes, it's the fact that you can just sit down, binge watch it for 6 hours, and then you're done. That's basically what I've done. So that's both good and bad, I guess. Another thing is the CGI. It's not much CGI in the show. It's mostly when they like shoot zombies in the head, you have blood shooting out from the skull or brain matter or whatever. The thing is that the practical effects look so good, like the zombies and the makeup and all of that looks so incredibly good that it's kind of upsetting that the CGI is not up to standards. I don't know if it gets better by the seasons. It's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. And I remember another thing that I liked about the show, the fact that you don't know what happened. You get it in flashbacks, like in Daredevil, and I loved it in Daredevil, and I love it in this show. You don't get that many flashbacks in season 1, if you even get any flashbacks in season 1. Can't remember. I know you get it in season 2, and you kind of get an idea of what happens, just very, very slowly. I'm a bit hyped up on coffee, so I'm sorry that I am like very all over the place and rambly and not really looking into the camera. I realized I was sitting like this most of the time. I'm just watching the rain. The weather... The TV's on! I didn't realize that. Anyways, back to the show. In conclusion, I really love this show. I think that some of the characters are very, very interesting. Some of them are not as interesting, but I think that's kind of a backlash of the interesting characters, probably. The zombies look great. The intro is amazing. The sets and everything else looks amazing. It's probably not sets, but the locations that they have picked out to be at looks amazing. It's a bit sad that it's only 6 episodes of the first season, but still, it's easy to binge watch, so that's a good thing, I guess. The CGI is a bit... It's not much of it in the show, but still. So if you have seen the show, 1 season, 2 seasons, all of the seasons, do you like it? Do not? If you can stay away from spoilers, that would be great. But I would love to know your opinions on the show, no matter how much you watched of it. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching. Be kind to one another and yourself. And I see you in my next video. May the force be with you.